The atmosphere in the classroom felt heavy that day, but it wasn't because of the lessons. Kira, usually the loudest person in the room, was slumped over her desk, her head resting on her arms. "Kira, are you okay?" I whispered, leaning in. When I touched her shoulder, I gasped. She was burning up. Panic surged through me. "You have a high fever. Stay here, I'll run to the clinic and get you some medicine." I started to stand up, but before I could take a single step, her hand shot out and gripped my wrist. Her touch was searing, but her grip was firm. "No," she croaked, her voice thick and strained. "I'm fine. Just stay here, Lien." She pulled me back down into the chair beside her. Without a word of warning, she leaned in and wrapped her arms around me, burying her face against my shoulder. My heart did a violent somersault. "Just let me hold you like this," she murmured, her hot breath ghosting against my neck. "I'll feel better if I can just sleep next to you for a while." I sat there, frozen, my face flushing a deep, unmistakable crimson. I could feel the weight of our classmates' stares, the whispers, the curious glances, the judgment. "Kira, stop it," I hissed, though I didn't pull away. "People are looking. What will they think?" She didn't even open her eyes. "So what? Let them think whatever they want." Her face was flushed, maybe from the fever, or maybe from something else. I stayed still, watching her while she rested. Up close, without her usual rebellious smirk, she looked vulnerable. My eyes wandered to her lips, and for a terrifying second, a thought flashed through my mind: I want to kiss her. I shook the thought away instantly, my heart hammering so hard I was afraid she could feel it through my chest. "Stop it, Lien," I scolded myself. What would your parents say? What if Kira found out I looked at her with such desire? If she knew how I truly felt, she might never look at me with that kindness again. She might realize that her safe friend was actually a wolf in sheep's clothing. The next day, Kira's seat was empty. The fever must have won. Throughout my afternoon classes, my mind was miles away, wondering if she was okay. By the time the final bell rang, I found myself on a bus headed toward her neighborhood, a place I had never visited before. My hands were shaking as I clutched a small bag of treats I'd bought at a convenience store. Is this too much? I wondered. Will her parents think I'm weird? What if she doesn't want me there? She hadn't answered my texts or calls all day, and the silence was eating me alive. When I finally reached her gate and pressed the doorbell, my heart was hammering against my ribs. To my relief, her mother was incredibly kind. She ushered me inside, explaining that Kira just had a stubborn fever and would likely be back at school in a few days. "Go ahead, dear. She's in her room," her mom whispered with a smile. "She's sleeping, but she'll wake up eventually." Entering her bedroom felt like stepping into a sacred space. I saw her there, curled up under the blankets, looking smaller and more fragile than I'd ever seen her. I felt a sudden urge to turn around and run. It felt too private, too real. But then, her eyes fluttered open. "Lien," she croaked, blinking in disbelief. "What are you doing here?" I was worried, I stammered, looking at the floor. "You weren't at school, and you weren't answering your phone." Your mom let me in. I'm sorry if I'm intruding. A weak but genuine smile spread across Kira's face. Wow. Did you miss me that much already? It's only been one day. She let out a small, tired laugh. What are you going to do after we graduate? We won't see each other every day then. The words hit me like a physical blow. Graduation. My heart sank. We had been inseparable since our first year of college, and the thought of a future where she wasn't just a desk away felt cold and empty. I must have looked devastated because Kira's expression shifted instantly from teasing to concern. Hey, I was just joking, she said softly, reaching out for me. Of course I'll still visit you. Even after school is over, I'm not going anywhere. Really, Kira? I asked, my voice trembling. She didn't answer with words. Instead, she pulled me into a hug. It started as a comforting gesture, but as the seconds ticked by, neither of us let go. The hug lasted a beat too long, the silence in the room growing heavy with everything we weren't saying. When we finally pulled apart, the air felt charged. We both looked away, a sudden, thick layer of shyness settling between us.
Maybe I'm dreaming.